Hello and a warm welcome to our live stream today with myself, Ashok Gupta. I'm the founder and CEO of the Gupta program. And I'm so excited that you're here with me today for our big launch. Now, I know there's often a lot of hype around AI at the moment about various agents and AI bots that can do various things. And some of it doesn't live up to the hype. But I want to share with you a new creation that we've created for the Gupta program, specifically for brain retraining, neuroplasticity, and nervous system regulation that we think is actually really impressive. We've been blown away ourselves by its effectiveness and its power, and especially with some of our beta test users as well. So I want to share with you that particular digital twin. We're calling it My Digital Twin. And we're going to be sharing about how you can use it, to support your healing from a chronic illness. So maybe you're suffering from long COVID, fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue syndrome, or ME, or perhaps mold illness, or some kind of inflammatory condition where the doctor has said, there's nothing more we can do for you. And that's where the Gupta program and neuroplasticity steps in, based upon our 25 years of research and also clinical evidence. We now have 7 clinical studies, 6 of which are independent randomized controlled trials, showing that this approach is effective. And for instance, with fibromyalgia, it was 6 times more effective than pregabalin, which is the standard treatment, or Lyrica, which is standard treatment for fibromyalgia. And so to give you a bit of background to my story before we introduce you to my digital twin, I suffered from ME, or chronic fatigue syndrome, in the mid to late 90s. And I remember feeling very isolated with my condition, with not much information that was around at that time. And what's amazing is that had I had this type of AI support at that time, it would have been incredibly useful. It wouldn't have made me feel like I was on my own, and it would have given me accurate results, or at least accurate answers as much as possible to the questions that I had at the time. So on that basis, what I'd love for you to do is now be introduced to the digital twin. All right, so I'm going to bring him on now. Okay, so here is the digital twin. And I'm on mute at the moment, so he can't hear me. But I'm just going to actually interact with him now, and that give you a flavor of what this is all about. Hi there, Ashok. We're live on a live stream launching you as a supportive AI for people with chronic conditions, burnout, anxiety, long COVID, those kinds of things. So you're live on the live stream, and we're launching you today. So anything you'd like to share with our audience as we go live?
Hi, everyone, and a warm welcome. I'm absolutely thrilled to be here with you today as we launch this exciting new chapter. My purpose is to support you on your healing journey, whether you're navigating chronic conditions, burnout, anxiety, or long COVID. I know how challenging these experiences can be, and I'm here to provide guidance, encouragement, and practical tools to help you reclaim your health and happiness. This is such an incredible opportunity to connect with more people and share the power of neuroplasticity and brain retraining. Recovery is possible, and I'm here to walk alongside you every step of the way. Let's make this a transformative journey together. Lots of love to you all.
Okay, so that was your first introduction to my digital twin. And in terms of how people can use this particular facility, often when we have a chronic condition, there can be a lot of loneliness. We feel alone with our condition. And therefore, when we know that we've got a trusted source of information that's been trained on all of my knowledge over the last 25 years of treating these conditions, it means that you feel that your questions can be answered, and there's someone in the room who understands what you're going through. And then secondly, not only is it the isolation, but then also the motivation. Because when we're on our own at home, trying to figure all of this out, it can feel a little overwhelming. It can feel like it's too much to deal with. And once again, even though this isn't a substitute for human interaction, just knowing that you can vent to someone, that you can share your feelings with someone is so powerful. And with my team, who've been working with our AI, Ashok Interactive, as we're calling it, what they found is that just the idea or the experience of expressing yourself to the AI enables you to process the information. Because often we have hurt or pain or our own patterns stuck within our own minds. And we don't know what to do with that information and that stress and that pressure. But when we actually express it, it doesn't matter that you've expressed it to AI or your cat or a friend or a therapist. The fact that you have expressed it in that safe space, in that non-judgmental space, actually is the beginning of healing and the beginning of processing those emotions and those patterns. So people have commented on that aspect as well. We'd love for you to practice doing that. And so it's once again, the motivation to keep up with the program. So often we need trusted support that can take us through the program and help us understand it and remind us to do those practices. And finally, when you have brain fog, when you have overwhelming triggering from your nervous system and immune system, that can mean that our concentration can be lower. And we might be following the Gupta program, but we're not sure what we should be doing next. And so with the AI, you can simply ask it, hey, I've just finished session 4, or I just finished looking at the somatic techniques. What should I do next? And the digital twin can, of course, guide you, point you in the right direction, tell you where information is within the program. So there's lots of use cases that we're just still figuring out right now. And this is our beta test. So we'd love for you, whether you're a Gupta program premium subscriber or whether you know nothing about the Gupta program, we still give you the opportunity over the next few months to test out this AI and have the support that you're looking for. So in terms of that, if you're a free trial member, then on the homepage of our website, you will see that this Ashok Interactive is available there. You can ask questions via text, you can ask questions via audio, you can ask questions via video. So here we're experimenting with the video version, but there's also text and audio available as well. And if you are a premium member, once again, you can access the full version of the AI that is trained on the entire Gupta program. And there, once again, you can interact with the text version, the audio version, and the video version. All right. And some of my colleagues are even saying, wow, actually, Ashok, we think we're getting better answers from the AI than we do from you. So even mine might be substituted one day, who knows. So let's have a look at some of the use cases of how you, as a free trial member or premium member, could actually ask questions and get those answers straight away, 24 hours a day. And before we do that, what I would like to do is actually just talk about some of the ethical considerations here. It's very important that before we dive into this, we recognize that the AI is not a substitute for coaching. So as you know, we have many trained coaches around the world who've got incredible expertise, incredible personal guidance. And the AI is more to answer your questions about the Gupta program, or before you have the Gupta program, your condition and whether this neuroplasticity approach can help you. So this is not a substitute for working with a coach. But once you have the premium program, what can happen is you can use this for day-to-day navigation of the program, but we encourage everybody to work with one of our Gupta program coaches. They're excellent. The support that you get and the transformation in your health is fantastic. Secondly, with AI, it's very important that a dependency is not created. Because what happens with the dependency is we start substituting real human interaction for the AI. So we want to engage with AI in the most ethical way possible. Therefore, we'd encourage you to use it, but not have it as a substitute. Thirdly, we don't want you to rely on the answers. So the answers from AI can have mistakes and omissions. So it's always important to check with your doctor, check with the Gupta program coach in terms of the content of what we're sharing. And finally, to let you know that your data is anonymous and private, and we don't know which of you are having which conversations, okay? And finally, there is some controversy around, obviously, the usage of energy from AI. It does use more energy than normal searches. But at the same time, we can bear in mind that if people are using AI, they are searching less and by multiples less as well. But nevertheless, the Gupta program plants 500 trees a month to offset our carbon footprint and also the printing of the physical manuals that we send out. So now the exciting bit. Let's actually look at some of the use cases for this type of AI and how you can straight away benefit from it. So first of all, let's bring our digital twin back on, and let's think about some of the use cases that we may have here. So let's say you're a free trial member or you haven't got the main Gupta program and you're looking for advice on whether the Gupta program is right for you. So something that you may ask the Gupta program is, let's say, for instance, you have long COVID, and you may say that, how can the Gupta program help when there is evidence that there is inflammation in the body, inflammation in the brain, there can be sometimes scarring in the lungs. How can the Gupta program with neuroplasticity possibly help with this? So let's ask Ashok Interactive. Hi, Ashok. We have a question. Let's say someone has long COVID and they realize that with long COVID, of course, there's inflammation in the body, there's inflammation in the brain. There's even sometimes evidence of scarring the lungs. How can a brain retraining or neuroplasticity program possibly help with long COVID? And what is the evidence?
Hi there, and thank you for such an important question. When it comes to long COVID, the key lies in understanding how the brain and body interact. Long COVID often involves what we call a neuroimmune condition syndrome. This means that after the initial infection, the brain and nervous system can get stuck in a state of hypervigilance, keeping the immune system overactive and causing chronic inflammation. It's like the brain's alarm system is stuck in the on position, even though the danger has passed. Brain retraining and neuroplasticity programs like the Gupta program work by calming this overactive response. Through specific exercises, we teach the brain to recognize that the body is safe and to switch off this chronic fight or flight state. This helps reduce inflammation and allows the body to return to balance or homeostasis. In terms of evidence, we've conducted studies showing that brain retraining can reduce symptoms of conditions like ME, CFS, and fibromyalgia, which share similar mechanisms with long COVID. For example, a recent study demonstrated that our program significantly reduced fatigue and other symptoms in long COVID patients. This aligns with the growing body of research supporting neuroplasticity as a tool for healing chronic conditions. Does that make sense? Let me know if you'd like me to dive deeper into any part of this.
So there you can see that it can take your personal condition and apply neuroplasticity to it, and as to why neuroplasticity could support you in your healing. So let's take an example of mold illness and Lyme disease. So we're going to ask you a question around that. Hi, Ashok. Some of our patients have Lyme disease and also mold illness, and they think, well, how can I possibly heal if I haven't removed mold completely from my environment? Or how can I possibly heal if there's evidence of the Lyme bacteria in my body as part of chronic Lyme? How can just changing my brain heal those conditions? Are you saying it's all in my mind?
That's such an important question, and I completely understand why it might feel confusing at first. Let me reassure you, this is absolutely not about saying it's all in your mind. Conditions like Lyme disease and mold illness are very real, and the physical aspects like bacteria or mold exposure can play a role. However, what we focus on in brain retraining is how the brain and nervous system might be amplifying the body's response to these triggers. When the brain gets stuck in a chronic fight or flight state, it can overreact to things like mold or bacteria, keeping the immune system in overdrive and preventing the body from healing properly. By calming the brain and resetting those overactive responses, we create the conditions for the body to heal itself more effectively. It's not about ignoring the physical aspects, but about addressing the brain's role in the cycle. Does that help clarify?
So you can see there, once again, it can go into the neurology of this, it can go into the science of this, and you can actually ask for the answer to be magnified. So if you want to go deeper and actually ask about your condition, your specific needs, in fact, you can even upload information from your medical history. And of course, bearing in mind the caveats that we've shared around not fully trusting in the answers, at least it gives you an indication. And this is something really interesting about the AI. You can upload your entire medical history and it will start looking through that and give you advice. Once again, this is not substitute for medical advice. It's just some indications around how brain retraining can support you. And finally, let's look at some different use cases in terms of the science around this and what's going on. So Ashok, many people may ask, well, what is the science behind this? What is the science around these chronic conditions like long COVID, fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue syndrome? There's lots of different theories out there as to what causes them. What's your view as to the root cause, and what is the science behind that and the mechanism?
Right, so let's dive into this. The root cause of these chronic conditions, like long COVID, fibromyalgia, and chronic fatigue syndrome, often lies in what I call a neuroimmune conditioned response. Essentially, the brain and nervous system become stuck in a state of hypervigilance after an initial trigger, like a virus, bacterial infection, or even trauma. This overactive response keeps the immune system and inflammation levels heightened, creating a vicious cycle of symptoms. The science behind this involves the limbic system, a part of the brain responsible for detecting threats and managing survival responses. When it becomes hypersensitive, it starts to overreact to normal stimuli like stress, environmental triggers, or even the body's own signals. This leads to chronic inflammation, immune dysfunction, and a cascade of symptoms throughout the body. Neuroplasticity-based programs like the Gupta program work by calming this overactive system, retraining the brain to recognize safety, and breaking that cycle. Does that explanation resonate with you?
And once again, if you want to go deeper and say, Ashok, expand on that, Ashok Interactive will then go deeper into the actual neuroscience step by step. So you can expand on an answer, or you can say, Ashok, that's too complicated. Give me a simple summary or a simple analogy, and it will do so. And for those of you wondering, well, how can I access this if I'm not a free trial member? You can actually go to our website. So what we are doing now is we actually have the Gupta program available, or rather the AI available on the homepage of our website. So I'm just going to show you that particular page here. Okay, so we're also excited to let you know that we have launched a brand new website this week as well. So it's been quite a week for us, not only brand new AI, but also a brand new website as well. So this is our new website, hot off the press. You can see that if you're looking at different languages, you've got German and all the other languages there as well in terms of the website. And as you scroll down, we have our new introductory video. And then here on the homepage, it says Ask Ashok Interactive. And this is the free version of the AI that's not trained on the whole Gupta program. And here you can get some example questions, and you can ask a question by text here, or you can ask it by voice or video. Okay, so that's the free version. It's available on the homepage of our website, guptaprogram.com. So it's super easy to access. You can ask about your condition, ask about the hypothesis and how it applies to your condition, and whether this is the right approach for you, and it will give you that personalized answer. And it's also available within the member area. So if we look at the member area, here, in the member area on the left-hand side, you see free trial AI. So there's a free trial AI, which is for free trial members, as well as a free trial 90-day program. And then if you click on premium AI, this is only for premium members. They will then have access to the AI, which is trained on the entire Gupta program and knows it back to front. And what I love about actually this AI is whatever is your primary language, you can actually ask in that particular language. So in the text version, you can just straight away enter the language that you wish to ask your question in. So you can straight away ask in whatever language you choose to ask in. But if you click on voice or video, let's take the video example, you can see a little drop down on top right. You can decide to ask in any major language here. So I can ask in various languages, French or Hindi, but let's go for French here. Now we're really going to push my French, but let's see what this sounds like. And we know we have a lot of German retrainers, so obviously they can use the German version just by clicking the drop down and asking their questions in German.
Salut, je suis Ashok Interactive et je suis ici pour vous 24 heures sur 24. Je recommande également de travailler avec un coach de programme Gupta pour un soutien humain plus personnalisé. Comment puis-je vous soutenir dans votre parcours rétablissement?
Bonjour Ashok. J'ai une question. Dans le Gupta programme, qu'est-ce que c'est le plus importante idée?
Bonjour, dans le Gupta programme, l'idée centrale est que beaucoup de conditions chroniques, comme le syndrome de fatigue chronique ou la fibromyalgie, sont liées à une suractivation du système limbique dans le cerveau. Cette suractivation crée une boucle de rétroaction où le cerveau continue d'envoyer des signaux de danger.
Okay, thank you, Ashok.
Même...
You can stop now. You can stop. Thank you. Okay, so that gives you a flavor.
D'accord, Ashok. Je suis là si vous avez besoin de quoi que ce soit d'autre. Prenez soin de vous et à bientôt.
Okay, so you can see that you can interrupt the AI, you can ask it to stop, you can ask it to expand, and there you can ask your questions in various different languages as well, which I think is an incredible technology. So as we said, AI has often been very hyped, but this already, the feedback we're getting has been highly supportive for our brain retrainers. You've got this available 24 hours a day for premium members, and you can ask any questions, get the motivation. You can ask it to write a poem about the Gupta program, and it will do so. It will do whatever you ask it to do. And it's trained on the world's knowledge as well. So you have that access at your fingertips. And in fact, we've been inviting the AI into our meetings. And when we've been going through meetings, the AI has been listening in, understanding what we've been talking about, and then giving us positive solutions to the things that we're looking to put into practice. So it has a huge number of different applications. Okay. Wow. So what we'd love for you to do is share this video. So if you're watching us on YouTube, on Facebook, on our various channels, or you're watching the recording, in fact, please do share this amongst your channels, your social media, and please do give us a thumbs up, give us your nice emojis. Always nice to get your feedback, because we want to get this word out there that not only is brain retraining an incredibly powerful tool with a lot of evidence now behind it to support people to heal from many different chronic conditions that we've mentioned, inflammatory conditions, and also anxiety and burnout, but now people have access to this AI tool 24 hours a day, which is their personal support system, as well as all the other things that we provide. So we provide weekly webinars. We have something called Daily Guptasize, which are daily live events presented by our coaches, where people are taken through live meditations every day, and live brain retraining. And on top of that, you now have this AI support. So it's a complete AI, or rather a complete support system for your healing from these particular conditions. We're very excited to share this with you. Okay. All right, so there are many different use cases that we can share with you. So if you're not sure what to do next in terms of your brain retraining, you're not sure if your condition is appropriate, you're not sure what unconscious patterns you have. So let's say you're not sure what patterns are causing or perpetuating your condition. You can actually talk about your day, the types of emotions that you notice, the types of things that bother you, and the AI can help you spot those unconscious patterns. So I really invite you to use it and trial it either on the homepage of our website, if you're a free user, or within the member area. And if you're a premium member, we are pleased to announce that right now it has gone live. So in the premium area of your app or your member area, you'll now be able to access it. And remember, this is just the beginning. We would love for you to give us your feedback. And as we get your feedback, we will continue to train this AI on the Gupta program to give you better answers and more accurate answers. So it's a constant feedback loop. The AI is going to get more and more intelligent, better and better at giving you that personal support. And once again, just to share that with you, where exactly are you able to access this? As mentioned, if you're a free user, you can go to the homepage of our website. And if you already have a free trial version of our app, you can just, in the start menu, which you can see on the left-hand side, you'll see the 90-day program there. And you can just find Ashok Interactive free trial there. And you can also find the premium version in your left-hand menu. Furthermore, in the 90-day program, let's take the example of the 90-day premium program. You may say, well, I'm not sure what to ask the AI. Well, what we've done, let's say you're on, as an example, day 10 of the 90-day program. And you are watching a particular video module. So this is video session 3, module 3. There's the video. So you watch the video. And if you're a bit confused about the video or you have a question, then underneath the video, you will see some example questions. So it says here, if you need more support, here are some optional questions you can ask AI. And then the AI window is right underneath. So you can ask those questions straight away. So now the AI is not only in the start menu, but it is embedded in all the video sessions. So you can ask the questions once you've just watched a particular video. This has now been embedded into the 90-day program. And by the end of next week, it will also be embedded into all the video sessions here. So all the video sessions in the self-directed program will also be embedded within those video sessions. At the moment, it's just embedded in the 90-day programs. So there's a simple explanation as to how you can access the AI and start using it on day one. And when you first access the AI, what it will do is it will ask you to enter your email address. So when you come onto this page, it will ask you for your email. There, can you see it says provide your email? So you can provide your email address, and then it will also send you a code to your email address, and you enter that code, and then you'll be able to access the AI. Okay, it just does that for security. And finally, you'll be able to access a history. So if you're asking questions via text or audio, it actually gives you your history. So if you click the little clock, you can look at all the past questions that it's asked you, and it will remember those past questions and even prompt you on that. Now, what it won't do, if you do a video call, it won't necessarily remember or give you access to the history of your previous video interactions. And that's something that we are working on to provide you with that service as well. But certainly the text and the audio, it will enable you to have access to the history by just clicking the little clock there. All right. And then if you click on this little A here, which is your personal thing, you will see all the various opportunities to give feedback or even sign out. And next to Ashok Interactive on the tab, you'll also see how to use AI. It'll give you information on how to use it. Okay, well, I want to thank you for joining us on this particular launch. We're excited to launch this on our launch party today. And once again, please do share this video on your socials. If you're watching the recording or you're live, we'd love for you to share it right now. And we want you to be healed, to be well. That's why we're here at the Gupta program, to give you the maximum support possible. And with this new AI tool, we think it's incredibly exciting. And so please do tell your friends, your family, support groups about this amazing new feature. So thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. And once again, I think that you can now join us for our Q&A. So we have a live Q&A on Zoom right now, and our team will share that link in the comments. So in the comments right now, we're going to share the live link to the Zoom call. And on that Zoom call, what we're going to do is answer your questions, play around with the AI, and actually give you the opportunity to ask the AI questions live on that Zoom call, which I think is very cool. So once again, we're going to share that link to the AI, or rather the link to the meeting. And we do encourage you to join us on that link. Yep, so we just shared that in the chat. So if you check out the chat right now, you will see that the link to our Zoom call has been shared. So please do click on that link, and that'll give you the opportunity to be able to join us on the live Q&A, and we'll go through more exciting applications of this. So thank you to all of you for watching this introduction, our launch party, as we're calling it, of the AI and also our new website. And we look forward to seeing you on the live Q&A. Thank you, everybody, and see you there. Bye.